pretty good for something in a bottle, right? So let me tell you a little bit. I've been drinking a kombucha tea for about 3 weeks, maybe a month now. And I've been getting the store-bought, and I've noticed improvement in my gut health, in my well-being, in my energy level. I'm actually excited to go to the doctor next week to see what she says about my new health journey. But I've been buying it in the store, and I have found it at Target, and I found it yesterday at Kroger in the refrigerated section. But the problem with the store-bought, it's delicious, it's yummy, but it's expensive. At those supermarkets that I mentioned, it was like $3.50 a bottle. Well, now this is 2 servings, but if you drink that every day, that can get pretty pricey. I did find it in Shreveport at Drug Emporium for $1.99. But still, if you drink this every day, that can get pretty expensive, especially if you have to drive an hour like me to go get it. So the next best thing is to make your own. And so I wanted to hop on here and show you how to make your own kombucha tea. Now, this is my first live video where I'm actually doing a recipe kind of thing, so I'm more nervous about that. And also, this is my first time making it, so I thought I would do it on live video in front of hundreds of people. So there you go. So if you make your own and you see that I'm doing something wrong, please don't hesitate to tell me, okay? I'm really excited about this. So let me tell you what I have here to make this tea. I have a gallon jar. This tea is going to work best with glass, so I have a gallon glass jar that I have sterilized. I have a gallon of water here. I don't know if you could see it. I bought the water. Our water is well water, and it's nasty. We don't even drink it, so I bought it. You could certainly use tap water. I have measuring cups. You're going to need a cup and a half of sugar. Now, don't be alarmed if you're on a low-carb diet, low-sugar diet, or you're diabetic, because I'm going to explain about the sugar later on, okay? I have this wonderful SCOBY. Look at this. I'm going to tell you about that SCOBY later on. It looks kind of gross, doesn't it? But this is the main star, and it's also in a cup of already made tea. From the original batch. My friend Pam gave this to me. And then you have your teas. You're going to need about 12 tea bags. Typically, black tea and green tea is used, but I kind of freestyled and thought outside the box, did some research, so why not my first batch? Go ahead and freestyle. Also, you're going to need a dish towel and some rubber bands. Okay, so let's talk about the process for a little bit here. What I did ahead of time is I went ahead and took half a gallon of water and I boiled it, and I added the cup and a half of sugar in there. So I kind of made a simple sugar with that till the sugar was dissolved, and then I added, my friend told me to add 12 tea bags. I added 13, okay? So Pam, if you're watching, I'm sorry, but I added 13 different tea bags, and I'll explain why I did that later. Again, I'm going to check my notes because this is new to me. So traditionally, kombucha tea is going to be made with black tea and green tea. And the black tea is actually known as red tea in China because when it's done steeping, it has a red color to it. And research shows that these two are the healthiest teas for this culture, and like I said, it is the most common recipe used. Now, each tea that you use has certain properties, has certain components that it's going to leave in the tea when it's brewed. It has specific healing purposes to that. During the fermentation process, your SCOBY is going to actually use some components like the nitrogen and the caffeine and the theanine to help with the fermentation process. So the kombucha tea uses all these components here and make it bioavailable. That means that it's just easier for your body to absorb. So the kombucha tea is going to work with nature's way of getting these components, these nutrients into your body. If you're one of my science students, this is a prime example of symbiosis. It's a symbiotic relationship. It all works together. So all these different components of all these different teas are going to be brought out during the fermentation process. And it's going to do that by this SCOBY. Okay, let me tell you about SCOBY. SCOBY is an acronym for Symbiotic Culture of Bacteria and Yeast. I'm sorry, my mouth is dry. I'm sorry. So that's exactly what it does. It is this living home for bacteria and yeast. So think of it like a coral reef of the bacteria and yeast world. And so the SCOBY is actually going to consume the sugar. So the sugar is not going to be left in the tea, not just a little bit, probably 10 grams for 2 servings here. But it's actually going to be a food source for the SCOBY. So the SCOBY is going to eat up that sugar, and the byproduct is going to be this fizzy, tangy deliciousness. Kombucha tea, if you saw the video, you really need to sip on it throughout the day, mainly before your meals. I have a hard time. It is so good. I want to drink the whole thing. So I have to practice self-control. So let's talk about the different teas that I used. I used, of course, the traditional black tea. And I used 6 bags of the black tea. Now let me tell you why black tea, okay? I'm gonna check my notes again. It improves bacterial intestinal microflora, so it is important for gut health. It provides immunity against intestinal disorders. It prevents tooth decay due to the presence of fluorine, and it normalizes blood pressure. So this is just great just to drink, but we're going to add it in our tea. The next traditional tea is going to be the green tea. The green tea is going to be rich in ECGC, and what that does, it's going to inhibit the growth of cancer cells without harming any healthy tissue. It's going to lower your LDL levels. It's a natural antibacterial, and it boosts immunity. So how cool is that? Everybody should be drinking green tea every day. Now, these other 3, I'm kind of throwing in there. I did a little research, and they have benefits as well. I already had these 2. These 3 are kind of exotic. I bought them off of Amazon. You can search for them. Like I said, I have to drive an hour, and I didn't want to search for them. I also don't like shopping. So white tea. Okay, so I added 6 of the black tea. I added 3 of the green tea, and I added 2 of the white tea bags. So white tea is going to reduce atherosclerotic plaque. It reduces carcinogens and eliminates free radicals. It reduces the risk of stroke, heart failure, cancer, including tumor formation and diabetes, and it protects your skin against UV radiation. Okay, we all need that too. The next one, okay, I hope I pronounced this one right. This is a Brazilian tea. It's yerba mate. And it has some of the same benefits as green tea. I actually put 2 of these tea bags in there. Yerba mate will stimulate the mind and body, so you're going to have this increased sense of well-being. It reduces high blood pressure, bad cholesterol, colon cancer, type 2 diabetes, obesity, osteoporosis. It's a natural laxative, anti-inflammatory, antibacterial. Wait, I'm not done. It's high in antioxidants. It promotes longevity. It kills cancer cells, boosts immunity, increases nutrient intake, and promotes healthy weight loss. Whew, it does a lot, doesn't it? Okay, this last one, this is a South African tea. It's, let me see if I can pronounce it right. It's red rooibos, red tea. And when I was doing my research, it said that it can kind of take over and be overpowerful. So I only used 1 tea bag of that. Now that is packed with anti-inflammatories, antioxidants, improves heart health, treats and may prevent diabetes, may prevent cancer, aids in digestion, supports strong bones, helps with weight loss, helps with allergies. That's something else I didn't tell y'all. When I started drinking this, my allergies were out of control when the pollen hit. And since I've been drinking this tea every day, it dawned on me before I did this video that I haven't taken my Claritin all week or my asthma medicine. So it really has helped personally with my allergies that could be seasonal allergies, food allergies, asthma, and skin allergies. And it also keeps your skin and hair young looking. So that's why, now you can see why I made this concoction of these teas. So I had those 13 tea bags. I steeped them in my simple syrup sugar for 15 minutes, and then I removed the tea bags and I let it come to room temperature. That's what I was checking. So it's at room temperature. So let's go ahead and make the tea, okay? So I'm going to take my steeped tea from all of these wonderful teas. I'm going to pour it in this sterilized glass jar. So that's 1/2 gallon of water to 1.5 cups of dissolved sugar. And then I'm going to take the other 1/2 gallon of my water. And again, we use bottled water because our well water is just full of rust and I don't like it. So anyway, put that in there. Ooh, I filled it right up. Okay. And now, ooh, I may have put too much in there. I'm going to pour some of it out because I still have to put my SCOBY in there. See, I told you this is my first time. Thank y'all for being patient. Ooh, hope I don't make a mess. Okay, because I still have to have room for my SCOBY and my cup of original tea. Okay, if y'all could smell this tea, oh my gosh, it is amazing. It smells so good. Whew, okay, that smells like a fermented drink, fermented tea. Okay, so I'm gonna pour that in there. I hope I don't make a mess with the SCOBY plopping in. Woo! Okay, there we go. Okay, so that SCOBY is gonna sit on the top and it's gonna take in all of that sugar. It's gonna help the tea release all their components, and it's gonna be this carbonated, fizzy, tangy yumminess. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cover it with a cloth and rubber band it. And I'm going to set this in a dark spot for 11 days. So it's going to take 11 days to ferment. And then in 11 days, I'm going to come back and I'm going to ask y'all what flavors I should make this tea. You can add all different kind of flavors to it. I've been drinking a mango and a lemonade, and I tried a chai one. So you can do all different kinds of flavors. So I'm going to get a Facebook poll on that. Now, what's going to happen with this is the SCOBY, this is now known as a mother SCOBY, it's going to start growing another disc. So if you're interested in making your own kombucha tea in 11 days, I'll be happy to give you the disc that grew from this. Every 11 days, it'll grow another one. So if you want to give it a try, type dibs in the comment below, and I'll get that to you in 11 days. There's also a way that you can get the remnants at the bottom of a bottle drink and grow your own SCOBY. It does take a little bit longer, a little bit more time, but I can send you that research that I found as well. So I hope that you found value from this. Again, if you didn't watch that video from Thursday, go ahead and go back and watch that so you can learn about all the benefits. If you have any questions, drop those in the comments below. I'll be happy to help you the best way that I can. Now, I would have never known about this tea if my sweet friend Pam and my cousin Haley had not come on and done live videos and told me about this, and it has made an amazing difference. So I'm here to share it with you. If you know somebody that could benefit from this or all the benefits from the tea that I talked about, drop their name, tag them in the comments below, or share this video with them. You know, I'm all about helping everybody on a healthy lifestyle journey. So thank you again for watching. I hope that you have an amazing and blessed weekend. Thank you.